best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, what we want to do is look at how can we do an addition or an update to a phone book. This is pretty simple. We're going to see in just a second. As always, you can download this file to practice on your own, or you can follow along. All right, so let's get started. So we're just going to use a real simple thing. Instead of getting inputs, we're just going to do it by code. Obviously, you can get inputs from the user store as variables, but let's look at a simpler method. Okay, so all I want to do is add a user. Well, I'm going to say phone book, and then I'm going to specify a key. Now notice I've got several keys already. I'm going to put a new one in here. Sue equals, and then I have the ability to put in some values. So I'll say sue.storm@gmail.com. This is a real simple way of just adding a value. Now you might ask, well, how do I update a value? Well, that's pretty simple. All we're going to do is specify our dictionary object, in this case phone book, and the key of who do we want to use. Let's pick James. So now I can come over here and say print phone book James, and if I run this, you'll see the update. And if I print the entire phone book, so I remove my key and just print the whole phone book, you'll notice that Sue is in that list. Now, we're not guaranteed the order of this because it's a dictionary. So you might be asking, well, what happens if they have multiple contacts? Or I just want to put something that has multiple values inside of that value. Well, that's easy too. And what I want to do is I want to add the jjj@gmail.com to the existing phone number. So I'm going to create a list. In my first item, I'm going to say phone book James. So this is going to get the value, comma, and then close my square brackets. So notice I have a list. That can be a value for my key. And so all I did is I just created this list. Now I'm going to come down here and say print phone book for James. Do a clear screen, run it, and you'll notice it gives me both values, the phone number and the JJJ. So this is how I can add a second value or third or fourth or however I want. I can put a list and have a list of values. If you like that, please consider subscribing so you can get even better at programming.